BBL 851, turn right, heading 180. Order 14 Papa, turn right 245, report localizer established 27.
The Airbus A320 is in the news following some problems being identified by the European Union Aviation Safety Agency when it comes to returning the aircraft to the skies after a lengthy spell in storage. This is with thanks to a report by Reuters. Frequently, the 737 MAX has featured when it comes to narrow-body aircraft being impacted by issues. However, it does not mean Airbus and their A320 family are exempt. Various regulators have contacted Airbus noting that more thorough checks need to be undertaken when some of the aircraft are pulled from storage and therefore returned. While it being namely the A320 family, the cause of this has come following flaws with cockpit readings. You might ask what flawed cockpit readings can do to impact a flight and/or pilots. Naturally, it would provide the wrong information to pilots on the screen they utilize throughout a flight, but almost more critically, it has the potential to play havoc with the sensors on the aircraft. Now, while obviously not related to Boeing, we can take a look at the failing of MCAS and the AOA sensor on the 737 MAX, where we saw incorrect information that was being inputted, and this then played havoc with the sensors. While, of course, this is an absolute worst-case scenario example, it does do one thing, and that is easily highlight how sensors receiving the wrong information can turn south very quickly. For the A320 family, though, of aircraft, it would lead to less stability for the plane during takeoff, so as reported, it would not be as catastrophic as, say, some other sensors on other aircraft that we've seen. The specifics behind the directive from the European Union Aviation Safety Agency note that the directive comes after there's been a number of operational disruptions on board the Airbus A320 aircraft that have recently returned from storage, which has actually seen the airspeed on numerous occasions read an inaccurate number. The EASA is hoping that through more checks, not only will Airbus be able to find out the source of the complaints, but in addition put a stop to it occurring on any more returning aircraft, say from encountering this said problem. Thankfully, while the problem has been found and is currently being looked at, the actual takeoff issues that you heard me mention earlier on in this video have not happened, and the checks Airbus will now undertake are being noted as simply precautionary more than anything, meaning it is not to them at least severe. Now, while you could definitely argue that they'd be downplaying it, and certainly would not come out and say it is incredibly a massive issue, it is just worth noting their comments on the matter. Naturally though, returning aircraft from long-term storage, whether it be Embraer, Saab, Airbus or Boeing, especially following a global pandemic, means that thorough tests need to take place. And while often aircraft manufacturers and also airlines will do everything in their power to ensure the aircraft is protected from dust, weather and all types of climate, small issues can definitely appear during the storage and shutdown period for the aircraft, no matter if it's 1 year old or 20 years of age. This is why it is crucial to double check and triple check the aircraft upon returning it back to service. If you have any thoughts on the little issue found with the Airbus A320, feel free to leave it down in the comment section below. And like always, thank you so much for the continued support. I do very much appreciate it and look forward to seeing you all next time.